Step on up to the plate, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the second ever episode of Full Count. I'm Matt McCormick.
And I'm Owen Pence, and let's explain how this works. Full Count focuses on some of the biggest sports issues both nationally and right here at Northeastern. The national sports issues will be represented by these white pieces of paper. Those are the balls. The Northeastern sports issues will be represented by the red pieces of paper. Those are strikes. Once we reach a full count, we will see what the payoff pitch is to determine whether we're walking off or striking out.
Sounds great, Owen. Let's throw 30 seconds on the clock and get things started.
All right, let's do it. And the first pitch here is going to be a strike one. The Northeastern basketball team, a devastating loss in the tournament to Notre Dame. What do you put their chances at for making the tournament next year?
I'm giving the Huskies a 35% chance. They're returning 4 of their top 5 scorers from this year. They are losing senior forward Scott Etherton, who is their leading scorer and leading rebounder this season. But I think they have a good chance of replacing him because they're bringing in a 3-star forward, 6'9" Jeremy Miller from Massachusetts. He spurned offers from the University of Maryland and Providence College, both top 6 seeds in the tournament this year, to come to Northeastern. So bringing in Miller and returning guys like David Walker, TJ Williams, Quincy Ford, and Zach Stahl, I think the Huskies have a pretty good chance of making it to the big dance again.
All right, sounds good.
Moving forward, we have another issue, and this is our first strike. We have more NCAA men's basketball. The Final Four is approaching. What are your thoughts?
I'm going to focus on the game of the year, Wisconsin versus Kentucky, the #1 offense in America versus the #1 defense. Now, what Wisconsin does really well is they shoot the 3. All 5 of their starters are good from behind the arc. They space the floor really well. But what Kentucky does with their length both on the interior and on the perimeter is they take that away and they make it very difficult for teams to get uncontested jump shots. This is going to be a problem for Bo Ryan's Wisconsin Badgers. They looked great against Arizona. They've had a great tournament run, but it'll end. Kentucky will finish the season undefeated and win yet another national championship. All right, so we've got a 1-1 count here, which means it's time for the third pitch. It is strike 2. The Northeastern baseball team struggling as of late. Is it time to hit the panic button?
I think it might be, Owen. Honestly, this team got off to a pretty rough start. They're currently 10-15 as of this broadcast. They lost 15-1 to UNCW and then came and followed that effort up, losing 22-1 to the Boston College Eagles in their home opener at Parsons Field. And then they just lost to URI 18-8. When you're losing these games by double-digit runs, it's just going to demoralize this team. They strung a few wins together in their series against Delaware. They won all 3 games. But honestly, it's looking tough for this team, and they have a pretty tough schedule ahead. So I'm going to press the panic button for NU men's baseball. And moving forward, it's now a 2-2 count, evening things up. More baseball now is fitting on Full Count here. MLB season is fast approaching. What's one surprise team?
The Seattle Mariners are my pick for the World Series from the American League. Now, I know it sounds crazy, but this team is full of young talent. Their rotation is stacked. Hisashi Iwakuma, James Paxton, and of course, Cy Young candidate Felix Hernandez. And the third baseman on the Mariners, Kyle Seager, one of the most underrated players in baseball, had a 5.4 WAR last year. Now, that's better than guys like Miguel Cabrera and Jose Abreu, big names. So while they might fly under the radar for a lot of the year, I think this team is primed for a deep October run. All right, so we've got a 2-2 count here, and now the count will go full. The NFL draft is looming. It's always unpredictable. What do you see going down here as we approach one of the biggest moments for the NFL's offseason?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously, like you said, very unpredictable. We're a little less than a month away, rather. Things are hard to predict, but honestly, I think Jameis Winston goes #1 to the Buccaneers. They have a clear need for a quarterback. And at #2, the Titans could go a lot of different directions, but I think they end up going with Marcus Mariota. He could really be a game changer. A lot of people having him sliding down in the draft, much like Johnny Manziel did last year, but I see Mariota being a real game changer in the future, and that's why I think the Titans will go with him. Other than that, look at guys like Amari Cooper and defensive lineman Dante Fowler and Leonard Williams to be top 5 picks on the board as well. We now have a full count, ladies and gentlemen. That's what the show is all about. Let's see what the payoff pitch is. And it is a strike. That means we're striking out. We talked about NU men's baseball. What other NU sports do you have to talk about here, Owen?
Yeah, a lot of scintillating sports going on here at Northeastern in the spring season, including track and field, a sport in which the athletes run, jump, do other very exciting things. They finished second at the Snowflake Classic last week, which is a big boon for the team, so their future looks bright. In addition, the rowing team had a very strong season last year, finishing above 500. Their season this year will begin on Saturday in Pennsylvania. So things looking up for Northeastern here, even as the baseball team struggles with April approaching.
All right, sounds good. That's been 6 topics. Thank you for joining us. 3-3 count. That means we struck out.
For Matt McCormick, I'm Owen Pence. We're out.